Hi guys, so today I am back with a soft cut crease look. I hope you enjoy. So my eyes were already primed, my brows were already filled in. Here I'm adding MAC's Soft Brown as a transition shade in my crease, and I'm going to kind of deepen that up and make sure that I have a good even base to start with. And then I went to my Vapor by MAC also to highlight my brow bone. And I don't put a whole lot, just a little bit. And now I'm going to use a Sigma E30 pencil brush to draw the crease line in. And since this is a soft cut crease, I'm not going to make a very dramatic line, but I do want to define where I want the new crease to be. Because with a cut crease, you kind of go above your natural crease. And that's what makes it a dramatic look. But since this is a daytime look, I kept it very soft, and I'm using Embark by MAC on that Sigma pencil brush. Just making sure that the line is even and you can kind of see it all the way across. I don't want to take it all the way over to the inner corner of the eye. I'm stopping about a third of the way out. So next I went back with my e.l.f. blending brush to add a little bit more of the soft brown, and I'm also kind of mixing soft brown and saddle together to blur that line out a little bit because I didn't want it to be harsh and too sharp. So that's what I'm doing there. And it's always a struggle for me to make sure that both eyes are even. So that's what I'm doing, just making sure that I have about an equal amount of product on both eyes. So now I'm going in with my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and I'm putting a very thin layer of that and using my e.l.f. eyeliner brush, which is a flat synthetic brush, to smooth that out and kind of carve out the lid area. And I apologize, I'm going out of the frame, but y'all know the film struggle is real because I do this in the mornings before I go to work. So a couple times I was out of the frame and out of focus, but I'm using that flat synthetic brush to kind of smooth out the jumbo pencil and make it even before I go in with my lid color. And since I wanted to keep this neutral, I'm going to use a NYX Hot Shadow Single, and this color is called Naked Truth. And I'm just going to pack that on with my Sigma E55 shader brush. And I was trying to keep it the same intensity on both eyes, so that's why I'm kind of going back and forth, making sure I pack that on top of that jumbo pencil in Milk that I put on first. And then I was kind of messing with the focus on the camera to make sure that I was in focus, but then I decided that that was good enough, so I moved on to my liquid liner, and I'm using the NYC liquid liner in black. I think I got this at Target for $3 or $4. And I didn't want a heavy line that day, so I was staying really close to the lash line, just making sure it was even. And then I'm doing the other eye, which is a little bit out of focus. But you can see I don't draw one continuous line with my eyeliner. I just kind of make short, light strokes, almost like I'm connecting dots or tracing. If you try to draw one long, continuous line, that's not always going to work out. So you kind of have to play with it to get it to work for you. So now that that's done, I'm just moving on to the rest of my face. I have discovered a new primer that I'm in love with. This is the Benefit Professional Matte Rescue. This just came out a couple weeks ago. It was all over YouTube, but I picked it up when I was at Ulta in Dothan last weekend. They were having a big benefit event. So I smoothed that all over, and while that's kind of drying or setting, because it is a gel formula, I'm going to go and work on my under eye circles. So that's my Mary Kay highlight pen in shade number 3, which is my staple. And I'm going to go over that with a little bit of the LA Girl Orange Corrector, like I always do. I just mix the two of those right on my face. And I'm using a fluffy concealer brush to kind of blend that out. Doesn't really have a name. It came in a set that I got from Ross. It's like a dupe for the Real Techniques face brushes. And so now I've done my under eyes and my primer should be dry, so I'm mixing my foundation. I'm still doing a little bit of the Matte and Poreless shade 322 Warm Honey with shade 330 Toffee. So I kind of put a little bit of each on a tray, stir it up, put it on my face. I have come up with a combination that I like a lot better than this Maybelline Matte Poreless foundation, so I will film another video on that next week as to what I'm using now for foundation. I kind of went back to a product that didn't work very well for me in the past, but since I found this new primer, it's worked great. So I'm using a Target brand Up and Up foundation buffing brush to kind of blend all of that in. And now I'm going to go back and highlight under my eye with my Maybelline Better Skin Super Stay Concealer in the shade number 40 Medium. And I'm using the same brush that I blended out the corrector with. I don't even use a clean brush. I just kind of use the same brush. It doesn't really make a difference. And so that's all done. Now I'm going to use my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder to kind of lightly set my concealer. I'm not baking or packing it on. I just kind of swipe it on, swipe it off just to set everything. Then I'm going to go back and set the rest of my face with a light dusting of the same Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, just to kind of set the foundation and take down the dewiness. I do not like dewy skin. It looks great on everybody else, but with me, that can quickly turn into Crisco land. So yeah, I don't like dewy. So now, like I said, I filmed these in the mornings and I was kind of running a little bit behind schedule, so I'm going to finish defining my lower lash line with those two shades I use in that Wet n Wild palette, Milano palette, the dark brown and the black. Not so much lining the waterline, but just defining the lash line so that the bottom part of my eye doesn't get washed out and totally disappear, since I have the rest of my face done. And my son was waiting on me to take him to school, so I just kind of said, well, that's going to do for today. I'll fix my lips when I get to work, maybe, and put my mascara on when I get to work. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's a little bit of a close-up of my soft neutral cut crease. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.